of people just think, what am I going to say next? How can I say the wittiest thing? How can I make a very interesting comment? And then they think that it's like this very complex thing, right? Having a natural conversation is this very complex thing, supposedly. But in actuality, when you really break it down and think about it, it's pretty damn simple. I would say that the first mistake people do when they are thinking about having a conversation with somebody, they build the conversation inside of their heads, right? So it's like they are thinking about what to say and how that person will respond in their heads, whether it's as that person is talking or while you are talking. So it's like you're not being present in the moment at all. And it's just because you're so fixated on what you need to say and what the other person's gonna say that you're just completely, screwing your chances of having a successful and positive and fun interaction with somebody, right? And it's like you plan the conversation. It's like, all right, first I'm gonna say this to this person. Then this person's gonna respond like this. And now, when the moment comes, I'm gonna respond like this. Then this person's gonna respond like, you're just making like a map, like a blueprint plan. That's not gonna work because you don't know how the conversation's gonna go, and that person doesn't know how the conversation's gonna go. So if you do plan the conversation, you're gonna run out of things to say eventually, because if it doesn't go according to how you want it to go, you're screwed. Just understand that there's not supposed to be this pressure. You put this pressure on yourself to have the best conversation in the world or to be the most interesting guy in the planet, but you don't have to be. You just have to keep it very simple. Don't have a conversation inside of your head before you start the conversation or during it. We don't have natural conversations because we just plan it and we build the conversation inside of our heads. Number 2 is self-doubt. So this is when you are either in a conversation with somebody or you're planning to start a conversation with somebody, and you are thinking and worrying about what that other person thinks of you, or whether what you have to say is interesting or entertaining or funny enough or witty enough or whatever it is. And as a result, you start thinking these negative thoughts, and then you just start to get all nervous and insecure in your head. And the other person's gonna sense it, right? So you just start spiraling downwards and you just drown your brain in these insecure thoughts, and then it just subcommunicates to them. You don't want to do that. You don't want to believe that what you have to say is good enough or not. You just want to believe that everything what you have to say is good enough as is. Understand that when you have those thoughts come in, like, what do I have to say next? Okay, this person's about to finish talking. I don't know what I'm going to say next. Conversations aren't supposed to be this job or this chore. They're supposed to be something that stimulates your mind, that gets you into a social mood. These types of way of thinking, like, what am I going to say next? What does this person think of me? They're just going to mentally drain you, and you don't want to do that. And number 3 would be going away from the conversation instead of going towards it. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that, let's say you're talking to somebody and the other person is speaking to you, right? The other person's saying, oh yeah, this week I just got a new job and I'm starting to really like it because it's finally something that I really want to do, right? As that person is saying that, you'll be thinking, oh, this person's about to finish speaking, I have to kind of recluse, instead of going towards it and trying to and listen to that person, right? Because it's like, if you pay attention to what the other person is saying, you will intuitively know what to say next, as opposed to just trying to be so into the future, which is what's going to screw you up anyway. So pay attention to what that person is saying, and then you'll know what to say next intuitively. And it's crazy because what's going to happen is you'll have this natural curiosity come out of you because you paid attention. Yeah, so those are the 3 reasons why we don't have natural conversation. Now I'm going to explain how to change that. So don't have interview questions, right? So don't ask question after question after question after question. Rather, 2 questions, 1 comment. So, something I learned from my coaches, let's just say you're waiting at the bus stop, right? You see somebody else waiting at the bus stop. Doesn't matter if it's a male or female. And, you can say, so you're waiting for the R7 too? And that person's going to be like, no, I'm waiting for the R4. And then you say, the R4, where are you headed to? And that person's gonna say, oh, I'm just headed to work, in like this natural, boring tone. And then you can kind of give like a sarcastic remark, a comment, and say, sounds like you're very excited about what you do. And then that person's gonna say, haha, well, I'm just figuring it out. It's not really what I fully want to do yet. And then you can repeat the process and then ask, so what do you want to do? All right, and you get the point. And then from there, it'll be a much more natural flowing conversation, because it's like this back and forth balance. It's not like you're talking too much and this person is talking too little. It's like you're saying something, they're saying something, etc., etc. And oftentimes, people like to talk about themselves. So you'll find that if you're talking to somebody and they're talking a lot about themselves, they will feel good, and then you can talk a little about yourself, and then you will feel good. And you're not building a bridge of conversation. You're just, in your head, you're just going with that flow. You can make observations, you can drop comments. You're at a grocery store, somebody else is at a grocery store, and you're seeing them looking at a bag of soup, a can of soup, whatever it is. You can say, that looks really healthy. Right? And then they say, yeah, I'm starting this new diet actually. So you see how simple that is? Instead of just trying to say the wittiest thing or the most interesting thing, no, you're just asking a very simple question or making a very simple observation. And not everybody is going to be social. People are not going to want to talk to you. Not everybody is going to want to talk to you. That's fine, that's normal, that's expected. It's a weird mindset to have that you're going to be liked by everybody, because if you try to be liked by everybody, you're going to be liked by nobody. So understand that you're out to meet the people who want to meet you, the people who don't, that's cool, no problem. You find the people that you want to connect with and who want to connect with you, etc., etc. Very simple mentality, very simple mindset, very crucial mindset to developing natural connections and natural conversations with the people that you want to connect with. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this video helped. Tune into the next videos. Peace.